state elections board voted today to approve one new political party. The Constitution Party will have its presidential candidate, Randall Terry, on the ballot this fall. But two other high-profile contenders are still in limbo tonight. WRAL Capitol Bureau Chief Laura Leslie joining us now live from the state legislative building. Laura, what's behind this decision?
Ashley, the state board did not make any decision today about whether to allow on the ballot in November either Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s We the People Party or Cornel West Justice for All Party. That's despite growing pressure from Republican lawmakers here and in Washington, D.C.
We asked voters in Raleigh today if they'd like more choices for president. Almost all of them said yes.
I think it should be another person on the ballot. Give them a little bit more to think about. To make some changes in North Carolina.
I mean, two candidates we have currently, the track records are there, but I think if you want a third choice, a third option should be listed on the ballot.
But in political terms, it's become a highly charged issue. Republicans see both Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and Cornel West as candidates who could take some votes away from Democratic President Joe Biden. That's why Kennedy and West have received funding and support from GOP donors. Republican State Elections Board member Kevin Lewis said the board should have voted already to put both candidates on the ticket this fall.
We need to support democracy and have access to the ballot. I'm a little bit disappointed and at a loss of how this board is dragging its feet.
Meantime, the Democratic Party has objected to adding Kennedy Jr. and West, and so far, the Elections Board has not voted on them. Democratic Board Chair Alan Hirsch says they're still investigating how those two parties obtained the signatures required to get on the ballot and whether they misled voters to do it.
We're going to take the evidence where it leads us.
New polling shows adding more candidates might hurt former President Donald Trump more than Biden in North Carolina. A Bloomberg poll conducted this weekend shows that in a two-way race, Biden is 3 points behind Trump in this state. With more candidates, Biden still trails, but by a smaller margin. Trump loses 4 points to other candidates, while Biden loses 3.
Within the hour, Republican State House Speaker Tim Moore responded to today's inaction, said Democratic partisans on the State Board of Elections have ignored clear state law and refused to certify third parties that pose a threat to Joe Biden in November. He said this is election interference at its worst. Moore also said a House Oversight Committee will be investigating this issue later this month. Laura Leslie, WRAL News, live in Raleigh.